I've spent a long time in surf lifesaving and I competed for a number of years. Shugan at one point, Currumbin, Coolangatta, Burleigh Heads as well. But all those clubs that I competed for throughout that period, I was actually the coach at Nobbys Surf Club. There was one particular day where I was down here coaching, and coaching sort of leads into nippers. And I noted this one family who had a child or a sibling with special needs, and their other child was part of the under 12. The parents couldn't really enjoy nippers because they were constantly sort of worried that they were isolating their child. And then at the end of that first nipper day, they actually said to me, hey look, we think we might not continue with nippers because it's kind of dividing our family a little bit. That was a definitive moment for me where I thought, okay, there's got to be a way that we can all do this as a family. I'm Nick Marshall, and I'm the founder and creator of the Albatross Nippers, which is an inclusive special needs nipper program that we run here at Nobbys Beach Surf Club. So the format of the Albatross Nippers is very, very similar to a standard nipper day, and what I was really conscious of is not having a special needs day held at a special time at a special beach, but an inclusive nipper program. So in the same way when any child arrives at nippers, we have an under 11 group and an under 12 group. At Nobbys here and our other beaches, we have an Albatross group.
Down syndrome, okay, well, what's that mean? That was sort of my first question to the paediatrician. I said, oh, will he be able to walk all right? Oh yeah, they can do that. I said, well, can he ride a bike? Oh, absolutely, it just might take a little bit longer. And I thought, well, what's the problem then? He's going to be able to ride a bike, he's going to be able to run around and swim and do all those things. And I just spent a lot of time with him at the beach and at the playgrounds and just doing stuff with him. So that was the way I sort of approached it. I don't know if it was denial or what, but I just said, let's get into it.
I'm Warwick Hay.
And I'm Carla Hay. We have a 13-year-old son named Marcus who has Down syndrome, and a 12-year-old daughter named Liana. So, we will go along to nippers, and with Marcus you would usually have to be there with him and be his carer. Having a program like Albatross Nippers lets you sit back as a parent, not as a carer, and enjoy watching your child. I think Nick has done a wonderful job, and his ability to get all the volunteers from all over the different clubs is just amazing.
Before Albatross, I guess I had limited exposure to children with special needs, and through the program it's kind of taught me to become more accepting and really broken down those barriers that largely still do exist. I'm Daniel Homer. I'm a member of the Albatross family. My role in the initiative is quite a diverse one. It ranges from being down on the beach and interacting with the kids and coordinating that on-beach kind of activities, but then also, I guess, away from the beach, doing a bit of background stuff, spreading that workload out because there is a lot involved. We were lucky enough here at Nobbys to obtain some beach matting through support of the city, and that's really helped us, I guess, not only deliver the program but open up the opportunities to deliver the program as well. Essentially, when I bought the first of our beach wheelchairs, the city very early on approached me and said, we'd like to match that. And it's at that same time that they actually said, well, we're actually going to roll out beach matting at a number of different surf clubs. And by teaming up with the city, what we found was this beach matting was amazing because it allowed not just somebody with a special needs, but anyone with a slightly compromised mobility to get to the water's edge. Once upon a time when we isolated people away, they didn't grow and mature, and they weren't capable of sort of doing the things that they are now. I come down to nippers, and there's a couple of children as part of our Albatross program. They surf as good on a nipper board as any kid. They swim amazing, they've got good surf skills, and that's only because they've been able to come down and enjoy it, but also because their parents now feel comfortable to take them to the beach away from nipper time.
Nick had this great idea of having the Albatross Nippers participate at the 50th anniversary of the Nipper Surf Lifesaving Championships. So the Albatross Nippers participated in the March Past.
When the Albatross kids walked into the big arena, I'm actually a bit tearful myself. There wasn't a dry eye, and people were in tears. And, sorry, I've just lost a bit here.
Our daughter was at the same carnival, so to me that's inclusive, and it was great that Marcus was able to share that event with his sister.
Just having my kids there in such a big event, it's so colourful, there's tents and flags and people from all over Queensland, and they're both confident to line up. It really just joined it all together.
Long term, there'll be no Albatross, there'll just be inclusive nippers, and that's my ultimate goal. Albatross Nippers is almost like a transitional state, but I know that in the next decade or hopefully quicker, every club will have an inclusive program, and they'll probably forget about the Albatross, and it'll probably just be one of those sort of things they think, how did all this start?
We are inclusive.
We are Albatross Nippers.
We are Gold Coast.
No bush bend.
That was it. That was it. Yeah.